welcome to Carolyn's Crazy World, and today I'm going to review an item that I received in the mail. And I have a problem with a barking dog. He barks so loud that it just busts your eardrums just about, and he barks at everything. He gets in the other room and gets on the back of a couch, and he looks out the window and he barks at everything that moves. And so I ordered a bark collar to teach him how to stop barking at people and at things. And before anybody gets upset, it has 3 modes to it. One is shock, one is vibrate, and one is just a beep. And needless to say, I am not going to use the shock part of it for him, because to me that's a little bit aggressive. And mainly I'm going to use the vibrate. It kind of startles the dog whenever they're barking. So that is what I'm going to try to do. And I want to show you everything I got, so I'm going to have to take the camera off of my face and show you what came in the package and how it works. And I went ahead and I opened it early so I could decide or find out if it needed batteries or not, which it does. So let me get right to it. Okay, you get this package, and I paid $7, and I think it was $4 shipping for this item. And I kept searching till I found the cheapest one that I could get. And most of them come like $13 and up. But this one I managed to find it for $7. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. And hopefully my camera is showing you. It came like this. It came in a bubble wrap package, and it came with an instruction booklet wrapped up in this styrofoam stuff. And then you've got the part that goes on the collar itself, and then you've got your remote control, which I like the remote control better than anything. And also in the package you get a light tester or a battery tester like thing, and then you get 4, I call them electrodes, that that's the part that touches the dog's neck that will show you or will stop the dog from doing his unwanted barking. And so I'm going to show you how this works, how you put it together. First off, you take the remote control and you take the back off of it. And this did not come with batteries. I was hoping it would, but it didn't. And the batteries that comes with you're supposed to use with this remote are A23s, and I didn't have any of those, so I had to go buy some, and I'll show you the difference. This is a AAA battery, and this is an A23, and so it's a smaller battery. So that's the type that I have to put in it. So, and it says in the instruction booklet that to put the batteries in first in the remote controller, which it's a little bit hard to get them in there because this thing that helps you click that onto your belt loop so you have it whenever you're outside. And so it's not so bad on one side, but on the other it's kind of hard. Then you put the batteries in. And you have to, yes, it's working. Can you see the zeros? And you have to set the collar with the remote control, because this remote control is made to do off of more than one collar. So you have to set one each individually, but in order to do more than one collar, you have to order another collar. And so I'm going to have to put the batteries in it, and then I'm going to have to connect the two. So on this is the part that will go on the collar, and it looks like this, and you have two little flaps right here on each side, and you lift them up. They're the cover to the batteries. And so you put the batteries in, and it says in the manual that when you go to put the other battery in the collar part, you turn on your remote, and 5 seconds after you put the initial in, well, you'll hear a beep, and then after you put it in there, you'll hear as soon as you put it in there, you'll hear a beep, and then you are to push the start button within 5 seconds after you put it in there. So you hear a beep, and then because when I push the button and you heard a second beep, that means they are connected. That means this will work on this collar. So I've got it set. Now I have to put the cover back on. And as you can hear, my dog is barking in the background. He's growling with the other dog. But he can be a pain sometimes. He has long hair, and he's just really a barker. And so I have to decide, do I want the small electrode, or do I want the longer electrode? One is for short-haired dogs, and one is for long-haired dogs. And my dog that I'm going to use this on is a long-haired dog. So I will use the longer ones. And so you take these and you screw them on. And you make sure they're on there snug. Now this is where we can test it to see if it's actually working. And because I'm not going to use the shock part of this collar, I'm not going to show you the shock part. I have tested it though, and it'll put a little shock to you. You'll know it. And you hear him in the background. He is barking again. So I'm going to, when you push the mode button, it will switch up here and it will show you what mode you're in. And the mode that I want to try, and this is probably what I'm going to use for him, is a vibrate. And so then you push the start button and you see if it vibrates. Well, that one was not the vibrate. That one was, it's a beeping noise that will alarm your dog. You can use that also as a training method, sort of like a clicker. Do you hear it? That is to alarm the dog. When he's doing something he's not supposed to, you push that. There's no harm to the dog. I've got my fingers on it. You just hear the beep. And then one is just a beep. I mean a light. That's all you see. And then you have the the electrode one. And then you have the vibration. And for some reason, my vibration is not working and the other ones did. I don't know if I don't have it on there tight enough, why I'm not feeling the vibration, but I will try that again and see. No, the vibration is not working for some reason. But the beeper is. You can plainly hear that. Which that will also startle the dog because it's something new that he's never had. Oh, I know why it's not working. It's on 0. You have to, on the side here, you have to adjust up or down how far you want to go. So what I have to do is, since I'm on vibration, I have to press the button and decide what number I need to feel the vibration. So right there, it's on 10. Let me see. Yes, now I hear it. Do you hear it? I'll turn it up a little higher. Maybe you can hear it better. Do you hear it? And you can see the beeper. That will startle him. It would startle me if I had that around my neck. But you can see, as I'm doing it, it's no harm to me. And I don't want to harm my dog because I love him very much. So that, let's see if you can hear it on this table. Yes, see? You know now that it's working, actually. If you couldn't hear it before, you can hear it now. And all that will do is startle him. It will not hurt him. And like I said, I can use the shock part on this, but I won't be using the shock unless it's a necessary thing, unless like he's running out toward the or toward the road or toward a car. I will not be using the shock because I don't want to harm my dog. I just want to teach him that there's an appropriate time to bark and there's not. So, oh, and I didn't tell you how much I paid for this. I paid $7 for the shock collar, and it comes with everything that you see. This is to test it. You put this on here to test it, to see if it's batteries are working or whatever, which for some reason this one's not lighting up. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but that's what that is for, is to test it. And then it comes with the collar, and what you have to do with the collar is it's got a spot on each side of the part that goes toward the neck, and you put the collar on, you slide it in there, and it looks like I'm only going to be able to get one section in there. It's adjustable collar, so you can use it on a bigger sized dog or a smaller dog. And then it goes over like this, and then you put it on the other side. Okay, now you see I've got the collar on. If I can get this top part in there, I'll try to work it in there later. But right now, this is about how wide my dog's neck is, right there. And you'll see that this part will touch the neck, and when it vibrates, it will startle him. And it may stop him from doing the unwanted barking that I'm buying this for, because he barks so much that he gets startled real easy. And I love him to death, but I don't like his barking. So this is my review, and I think and I hope that this will work for my dog. I'm going to show you the sound. Can you hear it? It's working. That's all I'm going to do to my dog. I'm just going to either vibrate, or you change the mode, and then you can hear the beeping. Those two are the only ones I'm going to be using. I will not be harming my dog unless, like I said, it's an emergency. If he's running toward a car or something, if he got off my leash, I will use the electrode, and I will change the mode to the electrode and show you. You have to go up or down. I will show you if it's harmful or not on myself. I'm going to put it on my arm where the electrodes are touching. Ow! Yeah, that has a shock to it, so I definitely won't be, and that was only on the number 5. So I will have to tone that down to like Sorry about that. My camera died as I was trying to show you how the electrodes work. And so I'm going to try this again and show you what it's like on the shock part. I'm going to go to the number 2 because before it was a little bit too strong. And if I can handle it, then my dog could handle a number 2. So you can see it's touching the skin. And yes, I felt that. Just enough to jerk, not enough to hurt. And so, like I said, I'm only going to be using the shock part of it. If it's an emergency, the rest of the time it's just going to be either the beeping or the vibration. Because my little dog, he's a handful, and I love him to death, but he sure can bark. And I'll show you what he looks like. He's sitting right there if you can see him. He's long-haired. He's a Yorkie poo. And he loves me to death and I love him. He thinks I'm his mama. Which I am. I'm his mama. And he's just got a bad bark. That's all there is to it. He's a lovable dog. I mean, anything else I like about it, or everything else I like about him, except for the barking. And let me tell you, he can bust your eardrums when he's really getting started. If he sees somebody outside or sees a dog out the window or someone comes to the back door, he can bark and just, I mean, feel like your eardrums are going to bust. So that's why I resorted to getting a collar, and hopefully this will help, because I don't know if I can handle his barking much more. Right now he's being kind of quiet, but you just let someone come in the yard or bark, or not bark, I'm sorry, or come to the back door and he will let you know it. So that's all I've got to say today about the collar that I have gotten, and I got it off of Wish. $7 for it and $4 shipping. And most of the time, though, you'll find it for about $13. And then you have to pay shipping for it. So I just kept scrolling until I found one cheap enough I thought I could try. So thank you for watching my video, and like and subscribe if you like my channel and you like what I do, because you never know what you're going to get with me, because like I said before, I like arts and crafts. I like reviewing things. I like Wish, and I'm still waiting on more Wish to come in, and so it's going to take a while. This collar was the last thing I got on Wish, and it came by itself. I didn't have any other packages show up. So please subscribe to me if you want to see more of my videos. And thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.